Labrador Retriever. The Labrador Retriever, more commonly known as simply Labrador or Lab, is a dog breed native to the United Kingdom. It is a medium-sized dog with a round and robust look, usually of sand, chocolate, or dark color. Derived from the St. John dog, the Labrador breed was imported and then developed in the United Kingdom and Canada. The dog is currently one of the most widespread breeds in the world, and number one in the United States. A very docile, playful, and intelligent breed with a spectacular appearance, the Labrador is officially approved as a water dog and a report dog. However, its exceptional character has made it a very sought-after dog as a companion dog and working dog, including guide dog for the blind. Labradors are also used as drug and explosive detector dogs by law enforcement and customs. A popular disability assistance breed in many countries, Labradors are frequently trained to aid those with blindness or autism, act as a therapy dog, or perform screenings and detection work for law enforcement and other official agencies. The breed is best known for their obedience, loyalty, and playful composure. Additionally, they are prized as sporting and hunting dogs. Ancestors include a breed used in Newfoundland as fishing dogs that would help in bringing in the fishing nets and recapture escaped fish. Labs are usually not noisy or territorial. The steady temperament of Labradors and their ability to learn make them an ideal breed for search and rescue, detection, and therapy work. Legend and origin. According to a legend called Otter, the Labrador would come from the crossing of a Newfoundland and an otter. The legend is based on their commonalities, their attraction to the aquatic environment, their webbed legs, their greasy and waterproof hair, as well as the profiling of their tail and their use as a rudder. The reputation of webbed legs is due to the fact that the membrane between the pads of their feet is much more pronounced and extensive than in other breeds. It extends almost from claw to claw and gives the dog a real ability to swim, unlike other breeds. The first photo of the breed was taken in 1857. By 1870, the name Labrador Retriever became common in England. The first yellow lab on record was born in 1899, and the breed was recognized by the Kennel Club in 1903. The first American Kennel Club registration was in 1917. The liver, now typically called chocolate, Labrador emerged in the late 1800s, with liver-colored pups documented at the Buckledge Kennels in 1892. The first dog to appear on the cover of Life magazine was a black Labrador Retriever called Blind of Ardennes in the 12th of December 1938. Appearance. Labradors tend to be bred as medium-sized dogs, shorter and stockier with fuller faces and a slightly calmer nature than their field counterparts, which are often bred as taller, lighter-framed dogs with slightly less broad faces and a little longer nose. However, field Labradors should still be proportional and fit within American Kennel Club standards. With field Labradors, excessively long noses, thin heads, long legs, and lanky frames are not considered standard. These two types are informal and not codified or standardized. No distinction is made by the AKC or other kennel clubs, but the two types come from different breeding lines. Labrador Retriever breeds tend to shed their hair biannually or regularly throughout the year in temperate climates. Some Labradors shed considerably, however each dog is different and this might not be the case with all of them. Labrador hair is usually short and straight, and the tail is quite broad and strong. The webbed toes of the Labrador Retriever make them excellent swimmers. The webbing between their toes can also serve as a snowshoe in colder climates. It keeps snow from balling up between their toes, a condition that can be painful to other breeds with hair between the toes. Their interwoven coat is also relatively waterproof, providing more assistance for swimming. Size. Labradors are a medium-large breed. They should be as long from the withers to the base of the tail as they are from the floor to the withers. The AKC standard includes an ideal weight for dogs of 25 to 36 kilograms, and for bitches as 25 to 32 kilograms. The guidelines for height vary between the AKC and the Kennel Club, but in general the height falls between 21.5 to 24.5 in for dogs and 21.5 to 23.5 in for bitches. The Labrador Retriever's coat is short and dense but not wiry. The coat is water resistant, so the dog does not get cold when taking to water in the winter. That means the dog naturally has a slightly dry, oily coat. Head. The head is broad with slightly pronounced eyebrows. The eyes should be kind and expressive. Appropriate eye colors are brown and hazel. The lining around the eyes should be black. The ears should hang close to the head and set slightly above the eyes. Jaws. Labrador's jaws are strong and powerful, hang slightly and curve gracefully back. The muzzle should be of medium length and should not be too tapered. Color. Labrador Retrievers are registered in 3 colors: black, a solid black color; yellow, considered from creamy white to fox red; and chocolate, medium to dark brown, and originally called liver. Occasionally, labs will exhibit small amounts of white fur on their chest, paws, or tail, and rarely a purebred lab will exhibit brindling stripes or tan points similar to a Rottweiler. A Labrador's temperament is described as a kind, pleasant, outgoing, and tractable nature. Labrador's sense of smell allows them to home in on almost any scent and follow the path of its origin. They generally stay on the scent until they find it. Navies, military forces, and police forces use them as detection dogs to track down smugglers, thieves, terrorists, and black marketeers. They are known to have a very soft feel to the mouth as a result of being bred to retrieve game such as waterfowl. They are prone to chewing objects. Labradors have a reputation as a very even-tempered breed and an excellent family dog. This includes a good reputation with children of all ages and other animals. Some lines, particularly those that have continued to be bred specifically for their skills at working in the field, rather than for their appearance, are particularly fast and athletic. Their fun-loving boisterousness and a lack of fear may require training and intelligent handling at times to ensure it does not get out of hand. An uncontrolled adult can be quite problematic. Bitches may be slightly more independent than dogs. Labs mature at around 3 years of age. Before this time, they can have a significant degree of puppy-like energy, often mislabeled as being hyperactive. Because of their enthusiasm, leash training early on is suggested to prevent pulling when full-grown. Labradors often enjoy retrieving a ball endlessly, often obsessively, and other forms of activity such as agility, frisbee, or flyball. Although Labrador Retrievers sometimes bark at noise, especially noise from an unseen source, labs are usually not noisy or territorial. They are often very easygoing and trusting with strangers, and therefore are not usually suitable as guard dogs. Lab breeds are curious and exploratory and love company, following both people and interesting scents for food, attention, and novelty value. In this way, they can often vanish or otherwise become separated from their owners with little fanfare. As a breed, they are highly intelligent and capable of intense single-mindedness and focus if motivated or their interest is caught. Therefore, with the right conditions and stimuli, a bored Labrador could turn into an escape artist par excellence. Health and life expectancy. Healthy Labradors typically live to around 12 to 14 years of age. Labrador pups generally are not brought to the home before they are 8 weeks old. A Royal Veterinary College study, and one conducted by the University of Sydney, have concluded that chocolate labs have a shorter average life expectancy than other colors of labs, by about 10%, and are more likely to suffer some health problems. It is thought that this is due to the breeders' attempts to increase their numbers through selective coat color breeding at the expense of other important health traits. A Labrador is a healthy breed with relatively few major problems. Notable issues related to health and well-being include inherited disorders and obesity. Inherited disorders. Labradors are somewhat prone to hip and elbow dysplasia, especially the larger dogs, though not as much as some other breeds. Hip scores are recommended before breeding, and often hip supplements are recommended. Labs also suffer from the risk of knee problems. A luxating patella is a common occurrence in the knee, where the knee dislocates and goes back into place. Eye problems are also possible in some labs, particularly progressive retinal atrophy, cataracts, corneal dystrophy, and retinal dysplasia. Dogs which are intended to be bred should be examined by a veterinary ophthalmologist for an eye score. Hereditary myopathy, a rare inherited disorder that causes a deficiency in type 2 muscle fiber. Symptoms include a short stilted gait or bunny hopping, and in rare cases ventroflexion of the neck, accompanied by a kyphotic posture. There is a small incidence of other conditions such as autoimmune diseases and deafness in labs, either congenitally or later in life. Labs can suffer from exercise-induced collapse, a syndrome that causes hyperthermia, weakness, collapse, and disorientation after short bouts of exercise. Out of all dog breeds, it is the Labrador Retriever that is most likely to become obese. This obesity has been attributed to a specific gene mutation. Labradors like to eat, and they can become obese without proper exercise. Obesity is a serious condition and can be considered the #1 nutritional problem with dogs. A study shows that at least 25% of dogs in the United States are overweight. Therefore, Labradors must be properly exercised and stimulated. It has been shown that the Labrador Retriever is the most likely dog breed to be obese. In a 2016 published study, it was shown that out of 310 Labradors, most were missing all or parts of the POMC gene. This gene plays a part in appetite regulation, as well as indication of the amount of one's stored fat. The study concluded that the absence of that gene had a significant impact on the lab's weight and appetite. This POMC gene mutation is present only in one other breed, the flat-coated retriever. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Now it's your turn. What dog breeds do you have or would you like us to talk about? Please let us know. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel to help us establish our presence on YouTube.